Hi, Hollywood Recap here. Today I am going to explain you drama comedy movie called Tully. Spoilers ahead. Watch it and take care.
Mother for protecting her, which stood in front of her, killing her husband. After coming to Hollywood, people because of looking at her appearance but not believing in her acting abilities, suppose she can only make a mobile vase, until they're in self-destructed beauty, acting in a work. This movie earned her the Nobel Oscar. During the award ceremony, she said, after the halos were gone, what was left were only products. In the end, I proved that Charlize Theron was not a portable vase. Since then, her way of ruining her beauty became more and more distant. A few years ago for acting, short months, she gained 25 pounds, just to show off a woman state well. After giving birth to 3 children, this is an unhappy marriage story in America. The main character of the story is named Marlo. She is about to be tired from her baby. Her child was obsessed with a compulsive disorder, unsatisfied with a riot. Stopping the car can also torment him. The daughter just turned 8 years old. A bit of mischief. In Marlo's stomach, there was an unintended incident. She is about to give birth. Today, the son's teacher invited the parents. The teacher uses a strict attitude. Tell Marlo, she has a headache. Her son needs a private nurse. But it cost several $1,000s. Marlo declined. The teacher said, if not appropriate, she quickly took her son to transfer schools. Marlo did not dare to argue. Her eyes turned red and left. She goes to the cafe. Want to buy a little cup of caffeine to comfort myself. Consequently, the woman next to scorned her. Pregnant women can't drink coffee, you know? Get married and give birth to a child. Even the capacity to buy a cup of coffee to drink her was no longer there. Marlo was a bit disappointed. At this time an old friend just at the right time to pass. She almost didn't recognize Marlo. Marlo is fat and messy right now, and the friend is still so thin, like the vitality of the 20s. The friend is not married yet, still living in a rental house. But Marlo looks at you with a little admiration. Take your husband and 2 children to your brother's house. The whole brother's family enthusiastically welcomed Marlo, but Marlo's husband was uncomfortable. He is afraid his wife lives better than himself, make him feel inferior. Seeing her so hard, the brother suggested hiring a nanny, not waiting for Marlo to refuse. My brother said he already sent money. Unfortunately, the husband did not like this nanny very much. He felt that it was not taking me seriously. He told Marlo, I go on business for a few days. You can take care of it, right? Marlo hesitated. What? No one knows whether the emotion is despair or anger. That night Marlo gave birth. Having given birth to a 3rd child, she is not happy anymore. Look at this missed child. Even hugging her did not want to. Birth made Marlo no longer dignified. Must take the diaper to run out. Pee in front of the nurse. The embarrassment made Marlo directly irritated. The other party just said only, pay attention to the baby for a while. Once a mother, she is no longer a girl. She has to become resilient. The days after that were almost repetitive. Sit on the floor to sleep. Woke up to breastfeed. Over and over again. My husband did nothing, kissed him and then disappeared. Only Marlo faced a series of years without a break. No entertainment, no sleep, no socializing. Marlo increasingly frustrated. Look at a shit. She can only eat and drink to reduce her anger. She was getting fatter and fatter, more and more emaciated. Marlo was tormented by childcare for no longer a human figure. Directly this back to son's principle. No matter how cooked the child is, she was completely hopeless. As soon as she knew this, she did not give birth. She called the phone number her brother gave. At midnight the husband returned to see the pizza very dissatisfied. Heard the wife hired a nanny. Also the money her brother gives. He said frowning, maybe your brother thinks his level is 1 level higher than me. Anyway, no sleep every day. Every day taking care of children is not him. 10 o'clock, the nanny arrives. The girl is 20 years old. Seeing the girl's tiny waist, then look at yourself. Marlo soured. The girl named Tully didn't need Marlo to tell her that Tully took care of the kids by herself. But Marlo is still not reassured. She asked her husband how the nanny and the baby lived together. The husband attentively played the game to answer. Then she went down and followed. That night Marlo finally got a good night's sleep. The feeling of being taken care of is great. So Tully is kept. She is like a Miss Tam, not just taking care of children, also cleaning the house clean and fragrant, even made a cupcake for son Marlo. Marlo's husband is like that every day. Every day after work, he go home to hug my wife and kiss my wife. After that he went back to my room, but things got better. The teacher is no longer dissatisfied with Marlo's son. Husband also increasingly loves her. The body of each form is also gradually tidier. Thanks to Tully, Marlo finally got rid of the troubles of the children, exercise and sports. even make duck roast. Originally the story here ended, until there is a very strange scene. Next morning, the husband finally held the baby in his arms. Marlo is also very happy. Under the arrangement of his brother, the husband finally put his ego down. Say thank you. His brother's expression was very suspicious. That night Tully told Marlo to leave that kid. Two people go to the pub and have a drink. At that time two people had a very serious accident. It is strange. The scene of the accident only found Marlo. It turns out that Tully has never existed from beginning to end. Cooked rice, looked after her children, and served her husband in the middle of the night to wake up. Marlo is always alone. That society forced Marlo insane. The woman must devote all her energy to doing the housework. Want your children to be successful. It also takes time to take care of yourself. Have to take care of them, but they also have to make cream cakes to organize birthday parties. To face these, Marlo was only able to schizophrenic one more personality. Middle-class society wants a woman to give birth, but to have the health of a young woman, work hard, make sure to do housework, serving husband, teaching children, also have to spend time exercising, beautifying, doing all these things only superheroes. These exhausted jobs made the women extremely frustrated. Feeling like I'm not a good mother, and I'm too tired to do anything. To be honest, even wearing clothes takes energy. Marlo just fell apart. After childbirth, she feels the world is watching over her. Why it is possible to drink coffee? How can you let your baby go out and have a drink with friend? How can the child eat frozen food? How to shout to children? It seems a woman cannot be a perfect mother, then life will fail. And father after having children that gathered, drinking alcohol, playing games is okay. Working hard. Finish work did nothing but play games, play phone, replace her baby with a diaper, mixing for the baby to get a bottle of milk is praised with all the words. Know how to say wife, I have a hard time, then want to appreciate the enemy to shed tears. There are even people who are like a young master, where someone helps, and some people carry rice, feeling that it is enough to kiss your child in the morning and evening, not knowing that when I put my back to sleep, mothers have to wake up countless times, change diapers, breastfeed, lull your baby to sleep, countless times repeating life with chores. Their pressure was so much that no one could understand, not even recognized. Everyone seems to have forgotten it. Even if she gives birth and becomes a mother, she is still a weak individual in need of protection. It's been a long time since nobody cared about me. To be honest, everyone understands. Raising a baby is the hardest job in the world. If not, why not so many people would rather overtime than go home to look after their children? It's just that you can look like a child, but before that, at least motherhood must live like a human. That way, it is possible to become a good mother.
Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notification, and leave a like to help channel out. Thank you for watching.